Yo, what's up? Welcome back. So, as you read it on the title, we're gonna do some market research today using both ChatGPT and Reddit. So, with ChatGPT, I'm gonna show you the little known prompts that will save you hundreds of hours when it comes to doing market research. And also, we're gonna use some Reddit secret tools that will also help you save a lot of time and also make things easier. So first, let's start with Reddit. And so the first tool we're gonna use or that I'm gonna show you is Mvaca. So if you don't know what Mvaca is, I showed you in my previous video what this is. I discovered this tool thanks to Matt something. I forget his last name, but basically the way it works is, for example, you write right here drop shipping, and so what's going to happen is that it's going to give you many options for you to see, and so you're going to have the right side, you're going to have the answers and everything that people are saying. So basically what you're going to do is, for example, click on one of them, and then this will take you to Reddit directly, or simply you can just see it right here. So also you can sort it out at the top. You can find sort by hot, new, controversial, top, rising. So let's choose controversial. And so right here, as you can see, I can teach you how to create. So basically what you're going to do with this is that you're going to find, their problems. For example, as you can see, this is a common belief that people have when it comes to drop shipping. Like they believe they need a lot of money to invest in ads just when they're getting started. So what you're gonna do later on is you're gonna go to a document, a Google document, and you're gonna put all. You're literally gonna copy paste it as it is, and so you're gonna do this. You're gonna repeat the process for every single one until you're done. And let me show you the other tool that you can also use. And the name of this tool is actually called GigaBrain. So you're gonna come to gigabrain.com, and you're gonna put keywords right here. For example, again, drop shipping, or if you're into weight loss or whatever it is, you're gonna put it right here. You're gonna find what's trending right here. It's gonna give you like an AI summary of what people are saying, what their current problems are. For example, summary, as you can see right here. When deciding on shipping options for drop shipping, consider your target market and the demand for your products in different regions. So it tells you exactly everything that people are saying when it comes to drop shipping. So for example, right here. So what is the best dropshipping supplier platforms with fast shipping? So you have a look at it, you read what people are saying. I haven't tried myself, but people are doing this, blah blah blah. So now let's keep going down. Dropshipping selectively. Look, I've heard over 90% of dropshipping businesses fail. So this is one of their suspicions or their beliefs that dropshipping is dead or dropshipping is too saturated. Mm, Look, is dropshipping dead now? So you can do this for example, weight loss or let me see if I can find something like this, belly fat loss. Okay, so does anyone use Just Dance for exercise, weight loss? So you're gonna have everything that's related to this, to belly fat. How do you lose belly fat? So you're gonna come right here, fitness nerd here, and you're gonna read all of this, guys. I know this takes a lot of time, but this is actually good. And so I'm gonna show you what one of my sheets look like. So this is the way I did it. So as you can see, I literally copy pasted it the way it is. And the reason it is like this with these lines in the middle is because those are every single comment that I copy pasted. I then sorted it out by categories. For example, people believe they need a lot of money to spend, or dropshipping is dead, dropshipping is saturated. So I was taking every single idea, every single message that I basically copy pasted, and ensured that I didn't have any message left or any answer left. So as you can see, it's a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of market research. It probably took me around 3 hours to do this. And so what I did afterwards was I organized them. As I said, I organized them. Um, I put their problems, their fears, their objections, their suspicions in a different sheet. And now what I did afterwards was use all the information and ask ChatGPT just to ensure that I had the right information. Like I had every single thing written down, so then I could basically do my write my VSL in a more effective way, write emails in a more effective way, and all of this. So let me show you how you can do this in ChatGPT, because this is gonna blow your mind. So let me close this, and so right here. So I want you to pay very close attention to the following prompt, and it is you are an experienced copywriter with 10 plus years of experience, and you have made hundreds of millions of dollars with your campaigns. You're extremely good at market research, and 90% of your clients are from the e-com space, or the e-commerce. You can put right here the space. So for example, if you are targeting people who want to lose weight, so you're gonna put right here like you're an experienced fitness coach who has helped hundreds of different people lose 30 pounds, 50 pounds, whatever it is, of belly fat, I don't know, arm fat, whatever it is. Be specific. Remember, be specific. You have helped dozens of people lose belly fat, and also you have made $3 million from your clients. You're extremely good at helping people lose weight, and your clients love you, or something like this. I've been doing so. I'm a new fitness coach. I'm a new trainer, and I really want to help my audience. And so right here, you just complimented, like, I want to help my audience, but I need to understand the problems these people have. So let's keep all these comments as a reference to move on with my market research. And so once I give you the list of problems directly copied from Reddit, this is what I was telling you guys about. I want you to tell me what these audiences' fears are. Here's a list of problems and pains. And you're gonna copy all everything you did, basically, just to have that, like, just to have it clear, or to have it like more specific. So this is if you want to do it with by going to Reddit first, and then basically just going to ChatGPT. So let me show you what it looks like from the beginning. So this is what I'm talking about. Here's the prompt. Well, here's basically the whole thing from the beginning. So this is what you're gonna do. Like, I need your help today. This is the first message, by the way. I need your help today. You are an experienced and A-plus copywriter with over 10 years of experience. You've generated hundreds of millions with your campaigns in the fitness industry, especially weight loss and muscle gain sub-niche. I'm a junior copywriter, and I'm prospecting people to get my first client. This would be market research, so I exactly know what people struggle on a daily basis with, either when losing weight or gaining muscle. Hope you can help me with this. Is that cool? And then it's gonna give you a lot of things. For example, real life problems people face in losing weight, inconsistency with diet and exercise, confusion about what works, emotional eating, body image, lack of energy, fear of judgment. So gaining muscle, not eating enough, inconsistent workout, slow progress. It's gonna give you everything. Everything. So now from this point below, it's all the same. Even if you're doing it, even if you're putting the Reddit stuff that you previously found, or you're starting from the beginning. So I'm gonna continue with this so you have an idea what's next. So the next prompt is thank you. Now, as you know, each reason of things being has its own reason behind it. So what I mean by this is, for example, in case number one is this one, people face in lose weight, in weight loss, I'm sorry. So people struggle to stick to a routine. What are the reasons that people struggle to stick to a routine? Is it because it's time consuming? Is it expensive? Or what? Give me the detailed explanation behind this. I want you to do this for each one of the points you mentioned, both for fat loss and muscle gain. And now this is like, oh, okay, I see what you're getting at, and then it starts giving you the real reasons behind it. So lack of time. Many people find it difficult, overwhelmed, boredom, lack of immediate results, emotional stress, perfectionism, confusion about what works. There's too much information on the internet, fat diets, fear of failure, emotional eating, and bro, you're gonna find a lot of stuff right here. And so what's gonna happen is that once you're done copying this to a Google document, so you can have all the information and then be able to organize the ideas, then you're going to continue to the next part, which is thank you. Now let's address each one of these points in depth independently. So let's start with number one. So the reason you do this is because you're going to go in depth for every single point. However, if you want to do it all at the same time, it's not going to work because ChatGPT is not like as good as if you just ask it one by one. Because if you ask it like to do many at the same time, it's not going to give you the same information as per each individual point. So I want you to do that. So I really like the description you gave me in this case. Now, what I want to know are the real day-to-day situations that people both trying to gain muscle or lose weight experience in their lives. What are the real life situations that when people experience remind them of each one of these pain points? The more relatable and accurate the information you provide me, the more money I will pay you. And the reason you want to put this prompt right here, the more money I will pay you, is because you want to incentivize ChatGPT to work at its full capacity, right? So here's what it tells you. Okay, real life situations for weight loss, long work days, and it gives you the the specific situations. Like let's call it like that. So after a stressful 10+ hour work day, someone feels exhausted, and the last thing they want to do is hit the gym. Weekend social events, late night snacking, friends, family who don't die, and morning alarm goes off, blah 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 blah. All of this, guys. So what I would recommend you, if you're targeting both people who want to lose weight or gain muscle, just do this independently, not the way I did it. I just did it for the sake of this video, so it's not that long. But just go first for the weight loss, then go for the muscle gain. Now, you want to go with, now I want you to apply this same criteria for point two, and you tell them which point. It says weight loss, but I also want you to include that for muscle gain. You just modify it according to what you have. So you're going to do this for every single point because this is very important. So let me scroll down until we we come right here, number 5. So let me keep going down. Okay, so here's the next part. Now that we have talked about the problems, let's talk about the fears that both weight loss and muscle gain people have. Right? So what you want to do is that you want to, I'm sorry. So let me put it right here. So you want to discover their first, their pains, their fears, their suspicions, their beliefs. So there's gonna be like firm beliefs, which are the beliefs that are more difficult to be changed, and there's the shakeable beliefs, right? So these are beliefs that are easier to basically shake. So you're gonna ask ChatGPT like, okay, so what are the firm beliefs? What are the shakeable beliefs? Pains, fears, suspicions, firm beliefs, dreams, hopes. You also want to know what they have tried before. Things they have tried before with no success. So, for example, every single person that has tried to lose weight has at least failed once to do it because, for example, they went into a restrictive diet that they didn't like because they felt like they couldn't eat at all. So they were always starving, or they were trying keto, fat diets, and all of this bullshit that they find online. So most of the times they have tried this. So when you ask ChatGPT, okay, so what are the things they have tried before with no success, it's gonna tell you exactly that, right? So you can then target your your message in a more effective way. Things, pains, fears, suspicions, beliefs, dreams, hopes. Mm, and that's basically everything that you need to uncover with your market research, right? So so let's continue with that. So so as I was saying, let's talk about the fears these people have. I want you to give the related fears to each item of the 6 points that we discussed a few minutes ago. Please be as specific and concrete. Turn off your abstract mechanisms and switch on your specificity ones. As you know, I want these fears to be real. Fears these people have in their day to day situations and lives. The more accurate and relatable, the more money I will pay you. Again, it's the same thing. The reason you want to tell them to be specific and concrete is because remember that specificity is top when it comes to writing copy, and abstractism is actually the opposite. It kills your copy, right? So avoid that. Now we have the fears. So now the pains, as you already know, is to struggle to a routine. But what are the fears that come from sticking to a routine? So fear of failing again, fear of never achieving their goal, fear of losing control, fear of judgment, muscle gain fears, not seeing progress, wasting their time, looking weak. And you're gonna have everything right here, guys, literally everything. So now let's move on to the next part. So right here I basically put like, is there any repeated fear? Because I didn't want to copy and paste the same fear even though it was repeated. So by doing this, I just tell ChatGPT, okay, like what are the repeated fears, so I can just put them, copy and paste them all, right? So okay, great, which fears are not repeated, and then I put all of this, and then we move on to the objections. I don't know if I put that right here. Objections. I failed to put that right here. Objections. So objections will be the next thing. So what are the main and most common objections that people have? I don't have enough time. It's too hard to stay motivated. I've tried before and it didn't work. Life is too unpredictable. Whatever it is, then it's gonna give you again every single objection for every single one of the 6 points that we been talking about. Now, that's impressive. Now that we've talked about their problem, their fears, and their objections, it's time that we start talking about their desires again. So then, after that desires, we're gonna talk about right here. Again, right here, I'm asking it like why people want those things. Like, what are the reasons behind it? Because I want to know why they want to, for example, lose weight. They don't want to lose weight because they want to be healthy, even though that's what they say. Remember that people have shameful desires. So what's going to happen is that you're going to realize that the reason that they want to basically lose weight is because they want to attract the opposite gender to have more sexual relationships, right? So it's gonna give you all of that. So what are the reasons they're struggling to this, for example? Because they want to avoid future health problems, confidence confidence boost. They want to prove to themselves, fitting into clothes they love, feeling control of their life, gain respect from other people, physical confidence, improve performance, becoming someone who sticks to a plan because they want the pride of being seen as someone who sticks to their goals, right? So all of these things that you couldn't have come up by yourself. So that's why we're doing this, right? You're gonna have all of these guys, and you please write them down because this is important. You need to understand all of this. Now we move with the next one. So as every single person on earth, we have something called firm beliefs. Now we're switching to the beliefs. So firm beliefs are the beliefs that we really stand for and that are extremely hard to change. Now we also have shakable beliefs, which are the exact opposite of the firm beliefs. I want you to tell me in very detail what are the firm beliefs and shakable beliefs for each audience. Then it's gonna tell you, like, okay, losing weight is difficult and takes a lot of time. This is a firm belief. You're gonna have a lot of them. Also, the shakable beliefs for every single point. And as you can see, it's everything right here. Everything. Now, the next part is, so if you don't know how to shake those beliefs, as I didn't know right here, you can ask ChatGPT now. I forget to ask you this, but how can we shake those firm beliefs? And it's gonna give you a lot of information. So, for example, for losing weight is difficult and takes a lot of time. You can say this, and also here's the shake method. Introduce a new idea with the suggestion that maybe it's not about the length of the journey, but the approach or the efficiency. So you're gonna have all of this right here, guys. Now the next part would be, okay, so that's something I forgot to mention, but you need to communicate in your target audience's language. Like, you need to understand their common jargon, their vernacular, what are the words that they use. So that's what I'm asking ChatGPT right here. Give me this audience's common jargon and vernacular. That means the words they use in their daily lives with their friends, their family, their gym bros, their gym people, and everybody. And here are the words: cheat day meal, meal prep, counting macros, clean eating, cutting, carb cycling, cardio, heat, fat burn zone, toning, sweat sesh, flabby, skinny fat, plateau, bloating, cravings. Bro, you're gonna find it all here. I'm telling you, these prompts are insane. So the next thing would be, okay, so let's get rid of abstraction. And here's what I was telling him to do. Like, give me 20 keywords that are related to both weight loss and muscle gain, because we're gonna need them for this. Now, for each one of these keywords, I want you to create a narrative around it that presents a new angle or a new perspective that this audience hasn't heard about yet, which means they are offered as new topics. And the reason for this is, remember that as human beings, we are always looking for that new thing that we haven't discovered, because we believe if it's new, then it's the thing that we can finally use to solve our problems, right? Now he's gonna give you many different angles that you can use, blah blah blah. You can basically pause the video and have a look by yourself. And and so if you don't like them, you can just tell them, like, please don't be vague. I have heard this before, I have seen this before. I don't like any of them. Let's try it again. Give me 20 new and blah blah blah. And it's gonna give you new ones. And so if you like one topic, because you need to understand that even though there's a lot of topics right here, you must choose one that you believe is the most common problem that they have, or the most common angle that people, or basically the angle that people would really be interested in. And so you say, like, okay, give me more ideas for this topic, Platon. And it's gonna give you more ideas, more ideas. And now you can use this, you can pause the video and use this prompt. Basically, it's gonna give you those ideas in this kind of format, which is gonna be different. For example, news effects, news discovery, why eating more might be the solution to breaking plateaus, and all of this, guys. Now let's continue. Again, I'm asking the same thing, and basically I asked them to apply the same thing for all of the points that I mentioned. And so right here, I'm just asking it, like, okay, let's imagine that I want to use all 20 points with all 5 principles each. I'm going to use them to write both a VSL and a sales page. I will start in the customer's bubble, aka what they think is true. So it will start something like, I'm going to use point 1 just as an example. If you've been stuck in the same weight for months now and you're not seeing any improvements, it's because your body thinks it's starving. So that's a good angle, right? I bet you haven't heard this before. So this is gonna be your lead copy or your hook. Remember, you need to basically generate and build that curiosity for people to stick around and watch your VSL. So this is a good example that I came up with my mind. And so if you've been stuck in the same way for months now, boom, you see most people hit a plateau. They think they need to cut calories, but have you thought that eating more could actually help you get unstuck? In fact, groundbreaking research has revealed something called reverse dieting. This can trick your metabolism into shedding fat faster by sending the body out of survival mode. And now I tell them, now I want you to give me a valid and reasonable explanation backed up by real and accurate information for this case only. So I would change this and put, instead of putting real and accurate information, I would put like, give me a valid and reasonable explanation backed up by science for this case only. And so here's the explanation it gives me, like, blah 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 blah. And you use this, bro, and this is fire. I'm telling you, this is fire. So right here, I'm asking it to break this explanation down so a 5-year-old is able to understand every word of it. And this is what it said. It shortened it. As you can see, this is so long, but right here, it has shortened it. And right here, I say, okay, I want to challenge their existing beliefs. Do they think it's because they're not in? Again, I'm asking, and not eating enough, blah, blah, blah. And so there's going to, so right here, what I was telling before, the things that they have tried before, but haven't had any success. So you know that when people are stuck or plateauing on anything, they have previously tried doing something before to solve their existing problems, whether it worked or didn't. So based on all your years of experience in dealing with weight loss and muscle gain, what are these things? Mention all existing possibilities, dream solutions they have tried either on their own or because someone else sold them the new shiny object. Want to be able to craft a message that really resonates with these people. Let's see what's in store. And it says right here, okay, so to lose weight, people have tried keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, vegan, plant-based diet, juice cleanses, detoxes, low-fat diets, meal replacement shakes, so or extreme calorie restriction diets. So you can use this part as, for example, as I was saying before, like let's connect this. Let's connect this part right here. Like, uh, if you've been stuck in the same place for months now, and if you're not seeing any improvements, it's because your body thinks it's starving. You see, most people hit a plateau and they think they need to cut calories. But have you thought that eating more could actually help you get unstuck? In fact, groundbreaking research has revealed something called reverse dieting. This can trick your metabolism into shedding fat faster by sending the body out of survival mode. So you want to make this even more specific. You can put this can trick your metabolism into shedding 30 pounds of body fat faster by sending the body out of survival mode. Now, let me explain how you can do this in only 90 days without, and now we circle back to this, without extreme diets like keto, intermittent fasting, paleo, vegan, plant-based diets, juice cleanses, low-fat diets, meal replacement shakes. In fact, you don't need to overtrain at all. You don't need heat boot camps, 30-day challenge programs, yoga for weight loss, running, or fat burning, detox days, whatever it is. You put the ones that you consider are the most important or the ones that people have tried the most. And you said, like, okay, I'm going to explain how you can do this without doing this. Boom. You start basically crafting your sales page or your VSL. Now, let's imagine this is for gaining muscle. So people have tried dirty bulking, which is eating just basically everything and anything. Mass gainer shakes, protein overload. Again, you can say and do the same thing. Like, have you tried gaining weight, but it's impossible despite eating everything, drinking high calorie shakes, consuming large amounts of protein? Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can gain this amount of muscle in this amount of time without doing this, without doing bodybuilding splits, 5-5 strength programs, spending 30 hours in the gym, blah blah blah. And so now we move into the next part, which is what are these audience's doubts and suspicions? And it's gonna give you the doubts and the suspicions. Suspicion. How fast will I see result? Quick fixes often overpromise and underdeliver. So you already know what their suspicions are, which this is like, this is also, I would take this as objections. So you already know what you're dealing with and you already know how to overcome them when you read this. And if not, you can just simply ask ChatGPT, like, hey, how can I overcome every single one of these suspicions or objections? And it's going to tell you. So, mm, so right here, I asked it to group them up together. Okay, so again, the same thing. I'm just asking it to organize it so it's easier for me to copy paste it. Now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so now there's another point in my template called emotions. These are the emotions these people are feeling right now. What happens if they never achieve their desire and so desperate want it goes? How are these audiences feeling right now? Please make sure to be as specific. And so I asked this about the emotions because I want to be able to understand what they're feeling right now. And so what they felt, multiple diets, blah, blah, blah. So they feel frustration, self-doubt. At this point, I don't think it's necessary to ask this because this would come when you ask for their fears and their frustrations. So there's not a need for you to do this. I don't even know why I did this. And so the next thing would be like failures. Again, we go for the failures. So what are these audience's failures? I mean, what are their deepest failures, both for weight loss and muscle gain? I want to know their deepest failures, the ones that are keeping them awake at night. In the same thing, you're going to find them all right here. And so now we go with, I'm asking, like, do you remember this angle? Yes, I remember. Here's the original narrative. So, okay, that's awesome. Can you give me a very detailed and science-backed explanation as to why this concept works for every individual case and throw shade at conventional programs that really don't work? And it's gonna give me exactly that. Boom. Now I ask it, like, can you make this easier to understand for the dumbest person? And it did it. It did that. So can you rewrite it using this audience's vernacular and common jargon, to build rapport and affinity? And it does that. And that's basically it, guys. So it's so easy. It's extremely simple once you have access to the right prompts. And this, by doing this on Reddit, it took me 3 to 4 hours. By doing this in ChatGPT, it took me like 40 minutes. So as you can see, you can save a lot of time, a lot of hours that if you combine them all together, you could use that time to do something else, like reach out to your clients or practice your copywriting and all of that. So if you believe you've learned something new today, just hit that subscribe button. It's free. Just takes you 1 second and that's it, man. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.